Do you ever feel like you just need a break? Today I was inspired to sit down and paint for just a few minutes. I wanted to show you how you could practice some very basic wildflowers in watercolor. My goal today was just to paint freely, free my mind, be creative, and not have expectations for the outcome of the painting. Practice for practice sake is a good thing. And this type of activity also serves to experience the joy of painting if you only have a few minutes. Painting in watercolor always boosts my mood. To paint echinaceas, I'm practicing holding my brush straight up, pressing first lightly touching the paper with the tip of my brush, and then pressing down for the thicker part of the petal. Then I'm pulling up again to taper back to get the shape of the petal. As I move around the flower, I'm trying to do different angles and shapes, and this keeps the flower interesting. I want to try to paint this flower a couple times in different positions. I think I'm going to choose 3 flowers for a lot of the wildflowers that I'm going to do in this painting. So it's going to be a little bit of theme and variation. I'm going to vary the colors. And you could choose any colors you want for these flowers. You could even paint along in this video if you wanted. For the purple wildflowers, my brush strokes are skinny half-moon shapes that mirror each other imperfectly. Some of the petal shapes overlap. This gesture takes a little bit of practice but will be very useful, especially if you plan to paint outdoors. The small blue wildflowers are accent flowers, and I'm going to make the shapes with a round brush that doesn't have a point. I'm also allowing both blues and greens to mix into the color of these petals, which have a shorter, rounder, more stubbly kind of a shape. And remember, we're just practicing techniques here, and we're loosening up creativity. For the leaves, I'm going to vary the line, shape, and some of the colors. I'm going to try to paint leaves completely freely. I use a lot of squiggly motions with the brush. I keep the brush upright a lot of the time. Keeping your wrists loose and let the shapes flow, that's going to help with the technique. Don't worry if you think you've made an error somewhere. Just keep going. Keep your wrist moving. Keep the shapes flowing, and allow yourself to paint freely. For the paper, I'm using Arches cold pressed, and it's 140-pound paper. It's holding up really well without being stretched because I'm not flooding the paper with water. When I looked back at the footage, I painted for nearly 50 minutes straight to create this small wildflower painting. The pink flowers I'm going to intentionally keep light and loose, and they will not be defined. They're going to be in the background. So now I'm going to layer color a second time. This is for detail. I'm not flooding the flowers with water. I'm being selective in how I'm adding some very simple, freely painted details. And this is the fun part. Stay for a few more minutes and I'll show you how I took this small practice piece and made it more graphic with pen. If you find value in my videos, please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. Leave me a comment, let me know what you liked about the video, what you're thinking, what you're working on if you're an artist. Or better yet, join my free Flora Vita Art Society and I'll send you a short email when I release new videos. I'm trying to put out new videos every week, and I've been averaging 1 to 2 times a week in good times. I also have an art newsletter list for the art that I create, and that's in oil, watercolor, mixed media. These are all paintings for the wall, and of course I feature my hand-painted glass chandeliers in each newsletter. Links for all of this are below. And if this is the first time we're meeting, I'm artist Jenny Floravita, and I've been a professional artist for over 30 years. So here we are at the end of the watercolor part. What do you think? I'm going to take a bit more time and have fun with pen by doing gesture drawing over my painting. I'm keeping it really loose and free, and those pink flowers in the background, I'm intentionally going to leave those minimal. Gesture drawing was something I did a lot of when I was a student, and it's always served me well. Hope you have fun watching this video. I already have 2 more videos filmed. One is a vignette size red heliconia flower watercolor, and the other is a snapshot in time featuring my son and husband walking in a fishing harbor. Both are really fun paintings, and I'm excited to show them to you very soon.